you put it in the basket? Good job, Eric. Can you put this?
Give your child something that will last a lifetime. Nurturing care means everything to children, wherever they are. Children who receive loving attention each day are more likely to be ready for school and life. 90% of the child's brain develops by age 5. The quality of the child care can make a big difference, not only before your child's old enough to go to school, but also once they're in school.
We had a lot of choices, and we actually had to, investigate a lot of different child care facilities.
You don't need to look at 300 different places. We probably looked at 6 different places, probably 3 family providers and 3 centers, and that was kind of all we needed to get a sense of what the possibilities were.
My son is my first child, and so I didn't really have a lot of experience in finding a daycare and knowing what I should be looking for with respect to a daycare. There you go. Good job.
Experts recommend parents visit at least 3 child care programs when searching for care. When Emily looked, she wanted a place where the provider talked to her son and seemed genuinely happy to see him.
You ready to go? Let's go see Auntie Anna. I know that when he goes there, he's safe, and he's happy, and he's having a good time, and he's learning lots and lots of things.
When considering a provider, you should always ask for and check parent references. Finding the right care for your child means asking the right questions. And even if you've already found a good place for your child, these are questions you should continue to ask.
Good morning. Yeah.
Ask a provider what special training they've received on child development. Do they have training in CPR and first aid? Is there an emergency plan in place? Are the play areas, inside and out, safe? Are there books and toys where the children can reach them and which are right for their age?
All the girls and boys, pick up all the toys.
And what activities are planned through the day?
You want to make sure that the person that's providing care for your child loves children, loves what they do, have lots of training in the field.
Depending on the kind of childcare, there are licensing rules about the maximum number of children for each adult. But every provider should pay individual attention to each child.
I wanted him to be somewhere where I knew that he'd get a lot of one-on-one attention.
We try to provide individual time for every child. Every child is individual, and they learn at their own pace, and they have individual needs. And so throughout the day, we also give every child individual time.
It was very important for us to see that she was, especially when she was small, from 6 months to a year, to see that she was really going to be able to get the kind of individual focus that she needed.
For many parents, that also means paying attention to the cultural needs of the child. For the bird horses, that was particularly important.
Because they're more culturally sensitive, they're more aware of our traditions and customs that we try to keep our children around, and they're really helpful when it comes to meeting needs that we ask of them.
Now I will tell you how to feed him.
There are different rules for different types of childcare. You can ask your local childcare resource and referral agency for specific information. No matter how different they are, all quality childcare providers know the importance of reading.
That's very important to me because reading is a big part of everybody's life.
It's very important because I want my children to learn as much as they can, because their minds are always going, they're always on, and they always need to be learning.
And all quality childcare providers communicate well with parents.
They have a log of their activities, the child's activities, their behavior, their meal times, how much they eat, how their attitudes were, if they were sad, happy.
At our provider, up until they're a year old, they do a journal, which is really nice. So they record what the baby eats every day, and she puts in little kind of fun stories. It's actually a wonderful thing.
And communication is what keeps us on the same page at all times. And so I'm very big on communication. I provide daily notes just to let them know how their child's day went, what they ate for lunch, how their mood was, if they slept well or if they didn't sleep too well, if they were fussy or just overly happy today. What did we do to help our tomato grow?
Water it, put the seeds in.
One size does not fit all. There is no best type of childcare. It depends on what suits your needs. There are 7 types you may consider. There are licensed family childcare homes. That's where a caregiver has met the requirements to care for children in his or her home. These providers offer care for infants up through school-aged children. There are childcare centers, licensed by the state to care for larger groups of children. Centers can be in privately owned buildings, community centers, places of worship, or other facilities. There are family, friends, or neighbors. They are generally unlicensed and are in a child's home or the caregiver's home. They may be full or part-time, paid or unpaid. There is also Head Start and Early Head Start, which promote the growth and development of children from low-income families. Early Head Start is for children up to 3 years of age. Head Start is for children ages 3 to 5. There is also school-age childcare for children in kindergarten through 6th grade. They usually operate in schools, community centers, YMCAs and YWCAs, park and recreation programs, and family childcare homes. Care is usually available before and after school, plus on school holidays and during the summer. There are also preschool programs. Sessions usually run 2 or 3 hours a day, a few days a week. The programs are not primarily used for childcare, but instead offer children an opportunity to interact with other children and prepare for school. Children here are usually 3 to 5 years old. But when you start looking for childcare and thinking about whether your care is a fit, it can seem so overwhelming.
There is no one right type of childcare, but there is a right childcare setting for each child.
This is a choice about trust in a lot of ways, so it's real helpful to have some people you trust being able to help connect you in with possible resources.
There are people who can help you make the right choice. Your local child care resource and referral agency offers free consultations and current information on all types of licensed child care.
You know, one call helped me to get a lot of information that I really needed.
We are just one phone call away. Parents can call our trained child care specialists to receive information on care available in their area, as well as resources on choosing child care that will meet their needs and their children's needs. I did bring like a checklist of things to look for in a child care place. That was really helpful, I thought, because it's really difficult to remember all the details of each place you look at. And it was kind of a little cheat sheet. We do have a checklist that parents can use as they're searching for childcare to give them a sense of what quality childcare looks like.
There's also Bridge to Benefits, a website designed to link parents to public work support programs, and which also has information on possible tax credits.
There is help available for families that need help paying for childcare. We also are able to walk families through various choices that they can make that can ease the burden of paying for childcare.
Low-income families may be eligible for financial help. Local supports may vary. The Minnesota Child Care Assistance Program can provide help on a sliding scale for child care, including licensed providers, family members, friends, or neighbors. There may be a waiting list for child care assistance, so parents should apply as soon as possible. If you go to college, there's the Minnesota Higher Education Child Care Subsidy Program. You can find applications at your school's financial aid office. Head Start applications can be found at your local Head Start program. And you may want to check your local elementary school and ask about the Minnesota School Readiness Program. All families can take advantage of parenting support and education through early childhood family education classes offered by local school districts. There's also early childhood special education for children with special physical or developmental needs.
Hello! How you doing, kiddo?
And then hire daddy, and then.
There is no one best childcare, but there is the right childcare for your child.
Did you have a good day, Ed? Did you have a good day at school? It really is extremely important to us to be able to go to work and have that comfort of mind, knowing that everything is really okay.
It just seems like they connected with my son a lot, to the point where my son's actually comfortable coming here, and he wants to see Carla, he wants to see David, the staff, and it's just they make it real comfortable for him to be here.
For me, I think that Shining Stars has been the best daycare experience that I could have, and has helped to make my son the wonderful little boy that he is.
When we hear from parents that they have found just the ideal childcare situation and that their children are thriving, I feel like that's exactly what we're all about, is connecting families with that perfect caregiver for their needs.